everybody, it's Anna. Welcome to the Tuesday card for this week's tarot story. We have today the Two of Swords reversed. So swords are connected to the mind. They're about ideas, beliefs, expectations. And the number 2 is about rooting in. So kind of getting, starting to move into a new path. So when this card is upright, we can see it shows a woman sitting at the seashore. She's blindfolded and she's got 2 swords crossed. So when this shows up, it suggests to me that we are at the point of making a decision, of picking a path and doing it from a position like the mind is picking its path. But it's blindfolded, which means the mind is stuck because it cannot discern which path is the right one, which is a common story for the mind. Left to its own devices, the mind can foresee catastrophe down every path. Have you noticed that? Like the mind can look at anything and say, but what if, and it'll come up with the 17 things that could happen that would destroy you. But the other path is exactly the same problem, because the mind can always foresee catastrophe. So it gets locked up in this position of it doesn't know what's the right path. It doesn't want to make a mistake. Another problem of the mind is judgment, right? Like I don't want to screw up. So the mind ends up getting locked in this position of being stuck because it is blinded. It cannot see properly. The good news of this card is there's a sea behind this woman, and there's also a moon in the sky. Both of those are symbols of the intuitive self. So this suggests that the mind's ready to start choosing its path, but it doesn't need to do it on its own. It needs to do it with the intuitive alliance, with a partnership with the intuition. And if you look through the sword's trajectory, at least in the Rider-Waite, the water pops up all the time because it's always necessary for the mind to be supported and brought into partnership with the intuition. Otherwise, the mind just kind of goes off on its own and gets very lost and very isolated very quickly. So when this card is upright, it suggests to me that we need to, our mind is stuck, but there's the sea, the moon offering support. The mind needs to get in contact with that, allow itself to be influenced by this faithful movement, this mysterious movement of the intuition. Now this came to us reversed. That suggests to me that the mind might be actually being pretty stubborn here. And yesterday's card was the Empress reversed, and there I talked about how the mind might actually truly be balking at the creative process, really kind of disturbed by something and really kicking back. So it suggests to me the mind is feeling vulnerable about something. It does not feel safe moving in the world. It does not trust. It doesn't want to move at all. It wants to sit very still, like an animal would behave with a predator on the loose. Like the mind's acting like there's a predator out there. And you can't expect the mind to have faith or to move in confidence or to listen to the intuition about moving into the unknown when it feels unsafe. So in combination with yesterday's card, this suggests to me there might be an actual anchor point the mind is struggling with. And an anchor point is usually a point of trauma or pain or woundedness. So the mind can't move forward because there is some kind of pain holding it in place. So it's good to know that. And it's good to try to suss out what the pain point is about. You can ask the mind questions. What's it scared of? What's it thinks in the closet? What monster's in the closet? Like get the mind to explain what's happening and see if you can follow the thread of that to something in your life where something really probably went wrong and was shocking or dismaying or traumatizing. See if you can figure out where the pain point is. That's really one of the keys of moving forward in the spiritual journey. There are anchor points that stop us from moving forward until we find them and heal them. So consider that for today. I'll see you tomorrow for our next card. Bye.